Hey lovies, I know it's been a minute since I did a video. I just wanted to touch on a topic real quickly with my friend's permission. I'm going to just talk about certain things, not going to call no name. My issue is this. We pray for, manifest, want, say we need a king in our life. We don't want to deal with these little boys out here and all that stuff. But then when we get a man that's a king, we don't treat him like one. Here's the thing. In relationships, it's my opinion. Yes, it could be vice versa. Men ain't supposed to do it to women too, but this ain't about men doing it to women. I'm speaking on behalf of women doing it to men. Okay? You don't hit below the belt when you arguing. Call him no names. The same way you don't want to be called out your name, you shouldn't be calling him out his name. This is a king you talking to. Okay? And, telling him stuff like, you ain't gonna ever be shit, stuff like this, that's dead. Like, in my opinion, ain't no coming back from that if somebody hit below the belt when it comes to an argument, because it's like something you always wanted to say and you finally decided to say it when you was pissed off. That's one. Two, men already have their own little issues they got to deal with. They got to work, and they have everyone putting them on a pedestal with high expectations. They ain't supposed to cry. They ain't supposed to feel. If they feel they're too feminine, they're just supposed to work their asses off and provide for their family. That's not how it works. It's a two-way street. It's an equal opportunity thing. Let me not say opportunity. It's an equal give and take when it comes to relationship and communication. With that being said, you shouldn't be hitting below the belt. Okay? The one thing that was said was, you ain't shit. That pissed me off. I was like, how do you get back from that, from telling a man he ain't shit? And, well, worse things was said, but I'm going to just leave it as that. I'm going to use that part of the example for now. But how do you come back from that relationship-wise? I'm sorry, ain't going to cut it. Because every time you say something negative to that man about himself, then guess what you're doing? You chipping away at him. And he's going to start to lose respect for you. He ain't going to see you as a queen that he thought you were anymore. He's going to end up having to leave to find himself a real one. Okay? And they already got, like I said, society already on their ass. If they ain't already getting stopped for a taillight and have to deal with all kind of racial profiling and whatever else they have to deal with, then they got to come home to a woman that just may possibly be pissed because they left socks on the floor, or he's trying to communicate, and that's another thing. Another thing. You don't find much men out here communicating. It's like pulling teeth out of a lion's mouth. They don't communicate well. Some just don't know how to do it, so it's not their fault. But if you find a man that could communicate and he's trying to tell you, babe, I don't like this, I don't like that, let's work on it. If you don't get your ass together and fix that, something is wrong with you. Okay? Because ain't got much out here, for you to try to date. Okay? And to find a man that's willing to communicate with you and tell you where you messing up at. You know what he could have done? That man could have went ahead and he could have found him someone else. I was like, you know what? She messing up. She ain't listening to me. Let me go find somebody else to kick it with. I need this shit. He could easily say that. But instead, what he decided to say was, babe, I ain't happy about this situation. Let's fix this. And this is where the women kick in now. You have to stop being selfish. Be selfless. It's not always about us. It's about them too. It's not always about us. Yeah, we had a rough day. He had a rough day too. Yeah, this supervisor pissed us off at work. His supervisor probably pissed him off at work too. Or his check is probably short. It goes both ways. We have to meet like at a mutual level, at a table, and be like, yeah, we had a rough day. You know what we gonna do? We gonna have to sip a glass of wine to this. And forget this day ain't never happened. Or make some passionate love. And I mean passionate love. You feel me? It's not always about us. Why? Because we're women, we have estrogen levels and, oh, the feminine side and all that stuff. No. Stop being selfish as shit. That man need love too. He need that support too. He needs somebody to tell him you are doing a damn good job after busting his ass for like 8 hours, sometimes 60, maybe 12. He needs that. He don't need nobody running down his neck over some socks on the floor or telling him he ain't shit. The same way you want that respect to be given to you and reciprocated, you got to do it back. And women, we got to do better. We got to do better. Because if we haven't healed from a situation, or if we're insecure about ourselves, yeah, we're going to tell him about it or whatever. We cannot expect that man to heal us. He could help us. He could support us. He could even guide us. But we cannot expect him to do it, because once we do that, we put expectations on that. And when he doesn't do it, or he don't live up to the standards that we anticipated, guess what? We're going to be pissed at him for whatever God-given reason. We got to do better. And it's not even about us all the time. We can't be selfish. You can't expect him to do every damn thing. If he ain't got the money to pay for that bill and you got it, do it. But don't throw it in his face. If you going to give him $100 to help him elevate himself in life, great. A plus on you. Don't throw it in his face. When you do something, you do it out of the kindness of your heart. Stop tearing down our kings, because that's who they are. They are kings. And that defines your character. Stop behaving like someone that's just, I don't know. A man communicating with you, treating you like a queen, telling you how he feels. Again, you do not see that shit out here. Much less hear it. Everyone likes to text now. Okay? That man is into you. He loves you. He's trying to be there for you and provide for you, but you must allow him to. I understand you got insecurities. However, sit down and tell him what your insecurities are. He don't know. He don't do telepathy. He don't know that your father probably left when you were small or whatever. He don't know that. You want to build together, you have to break through the past, live in the present, and prepare for your future. That's the only way you're going to get it done. Word to the wise. Uplift our men that we call kings, that are kings. They got enough going on their plate. I love y'all.